All right, so this is how YouTube has honestly changed my life in only about 30 days, and why I think anyone listening to this should start a YouTube channel this year. So, first off, I failed at this YouTube thing twice, okay? So, I don't want to set the wrong tone here thinking I had some magic wand or something. I honestly think I was in the right place at the right time, obviously, but there was some value to it, right? I do think hopefully am making some half decent videos, and I want to talk about that today. But I want to get these failures out of the way. You could see the very first channel that I had was this exact same one. It was, the exact same thing, talking about Call of Duty, but I just wasn't talking about anything valuable, right? I was half decent at the game, but commentaries were huge back then. And as a 15-year-old kid, I really didn't have anything important or cool to commentate over. So there really wasn't much meat there. The second time was, oddly enough, a fitness channel, which is still up to this day. I'm not gonna, dox it, but we actually got some traction on that. The issue was, once again, consistency. So we did it over the summertime. We'd film it like 2 in the morning at this gym that was open 24/7. We were getting good hits. And then it was honestly a ton of fun too. But then we just started going back to school and we just completely fell off. So again, I wanted to get those out of the way because I just think it's important to talk about failures. So many of my friends who once had YouTube channels and were like, nah, it's too hard, they gave up too early, in my opinion. Or it's like, dude, start again. YouTube is favoring these new creators like hotcakes. Seriously. Anyways, the first way that this has honestly changed a lot for me is it just sparked my creativity again. Honestly, as stupid or cheesy as that may sound, with the business, for example, that I run day to day, stuff can get really stale, like really boring. And I might just be the odd one out, but I honestly think the longer you're in a career, it could be super exciting at times for sure. But for the most part, stuff can just get really monotonous and just really boring. You're kind of just going through the motions. And yes, you take on new projects and you do this and you do that. But even as an entrepreneur, like I take full accountability for not throwing myself into more creative work. I get it, but still, it's very different for me to throw myself into something new when I'm in my business, when that has systems, that has employees, that has people that need me out of the way to just do their job, right? So I'm kind of sitting there. Obviously I have a role, I'm very involved, but at the same time it's like, well, what the hell do I do? I'm kind of just like sitting here, and even then going through the motions, going through the sales calls, doing all that kind of stuff, it's very boring. Whereas YouTube, I can't even explain it. The video ideas, like making these videos, they just did a complete 180 for me. They've been so much fun to just like lightly script ideas in my head, or just have general topics to what I think would be interesting for you to hear and listen about. And I'm almost kind of talking to my younger self. If I honestly, not to sound too weird, but I'm like talking to my younger self, being like, what would he need, right? Like 5 to 10 years ago, when I was in my late teen, early 20s, what did I need in that moment? And I'm getting some hate comments of like, oh, this guy's talking about this over Call of Duty gameplay. This can't be real. It's like, dude, like take a hike. you're totally, the whole point of this went right over your head. I've said it multiple times. I'll say it again. I play these games a couple hours a week anyways. If all I had to do was flick on record and talk about stuff that I find interesting, I will do that any day of the goddamn week. And that's exactly what I did. So again, I trust me, I laugh more at the hate comments now than them actually getting to me for the short while that they did. I don't even care. I really don't even care anymore. It's just funny to listen to them. And this video was kind of motivated by them because I wanted to set the record straight. Number two is more like this is a step further. It's kind of direction on what you guys need from me / what you want help with, because that has given me more ideas for this channel. I'm not stupid. Every YouTuber has a life, right? They have a lifeline of like, hey, peak relevancy is up here. It's not going to last that long. Like, hey, this thing is not going to go on forever. I realize that. I could stop getting subscribers tomorrow. It's like, what's the plan then, right? That clearly means you need some new, fresh video ideas. So what I'm doing is I'm going through my comments, I'm going through the emails that I'm getting from you guys and being like, what do they need? What are they requesting from me at this given moment? And it's really interesting. You want to learn about investing. You want to learn about businesses, whether that's in person or, online companies. You want to talk about careers. You want to talk about leadership. Like, this is stuff that I wouldn't say I have a boatload of experience in, but I've taken my stab at it and I've had some mild success with it. And I'm more than happy to just share stories. I think everyone can relate to stories. So that has really sparked my mind to be like, okay, there's this one part, number one, which was the videos, but number two is like, whoa, these videos can actually get really deep. And that goes on. I'm pretty comfortable talking about this now. I've never promoted it. This is the very first time I'm talking about it. But these consult calls, when that video, the frugal video, first started popping off, I had 2 people email me begging for my time, obviously paid, saying, hey, dude, I really resonated with this. You have no idea. I listened to it twice, 3 times from start to finish, over and over again, and I want to learn more about your story. I'm willing to pay you X for your time on an hourly basis. Please send me a link and I'll get that paid through. And I was thinking like, yeah, okay, sure. Like just whatever. You watch one video of mine, you're going to want to pay me for my time to just talk more. Sure. And I sent them the link and both moved forward. And I'm like, holy shit, this is well before I'm monetized, keep in mind. And I was just like, there's no way this is happening. And then the last couple of weeks, more have trickled through. And I just started adding that link to my description. So that has given me, not from a financial means, but not at all. I don't know how far this thing goes, but just seeing those small wins for me. And then when I'm off those calls and I get an email from those people saying, dude, like, thank you so much. Like, you have no idea how much this means to me. It's, the nuggets, the information that you gave me and, whatnot. It's going to change everything. Thank you so much. So there's only so much I could go into detail, right, with these comments, with emails. If you want more like personal stuff, obviously someone who pays is going to get more of my attention than someone who doesn't, right? And I hope you would expect that. And I expect that on my side. So when I got those emails, it still is mind-boggling to me. And I hear it with you guys. I really appreciate the feedback on them. So, I'm going to keep leaving that in the description for anyone else interested, but I really, really appreciate the feedback, and that's just given me more ammo to pump out these free videos. And then for those who want to take advantage of it, the paid call stuff. So again, thank you so much. Seriously. Number 3, this kind of ties into it. This is the last point before I get into why you should start a channel. Is just the support, the kind words, the amount of people that have said like, dude, I'm now investing 10%, 20%, 50% of my income because of what you said in that video. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing it for, but you've set my mind for at least the next couple of months to commit to that. And it's like, I'm trying not to swear, let's effing go. Like you have no idea. I literally yell that out loud when I see those comments. You have no idea how much that means to me. So this is a smaller topic or comment, but seriously, thank you so much for your own good. Like you have no idea how much that means. So anyways, oops, I once again ran out of gameplay. So I just wanted to say, to end that topic off before we go into the last one, is just thank you, right? Like it means a lot. The words are meaning a ton. The emails are as well. And seeing the impact, like it's one thing to say thank you and like this video was awesome. It's another thing to be like, dude, this has inspired me to learn sales. Man, this has inspired me to invest half my paycheck. This has inspired me to learn about the markets, to even take my career a little bit more seriously so I can stack cash for a year or two and then exit. It's like this all means more than you know, seriously. And for yourself too, like that you're betting on yourself, which is the absolute best investment that you're ever going to make. So seriously, thank you. Now, lastly, like the main point that I want to drive home, I'm probably going to do a separate video, just full transparency on this. You need to start a YouTube channel. Doesn't even matter. It doesn't have to be about Call of Duty. It could just be throwing up your face on the front-facing camera of your phone and just talking about your job, talking about your aspirations and ambitions, talking about whatever the hell you want. There's an audience for everything, and the best type of content, honestly, if I was starting from scratch, I would do documentation type content where it's like you look at guys like Iman Gadzhi or any of these people that literally just documented from the ages of like 16, 17, 18, and look at them now, right? I may not agree with some of the tactics that he uses now to this day, and maybe some other, YouTubers out there, but point is, they built a crazy, loyal following through it. And you could do the exact same thing. This thing may not pop off in months. It may take a couple of years, but dude, who cares? Like you just need, honestly, in my opinion, a couple thousand true fans and you'll never go broke. You'll never have to worry about money again because you're going to learn with them. They're going to buy into you as a person. And there's so many like monetization methods that are out there for so many different creators and so many different audience types. There's still creators that land on my homepage. I'm like, oh my God, like this is a niche. But then I look and it's hundreds of thousands of views. I'm like, respect. Like, I know nothing about this, but clearly this person is passionate about it. And that's, transmitting to other people. It's like, that's a win, guys. So I don't know. I'm so bullish on content. I'm pissed that I didn't start sooner. I kept overthinking. I kept thinking, oh, what if someone from my family finds it? And it's like, who gives a shit? Especially at a point where it's like, I don't work a 9 to 5. I don't got bosses. And it's like, if some family members don't like it, then screw them anyways. I don't care, right? It doesn't matter. Move on. Start recording today. I challenge you to make your first video today. And that's it. So as always, if you made it this far, I want you to win. Thank you for watching.